Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, guys, I am going to be talking about It Blooms in June. And if you're visiting my channel for the first time, yeah, I talk about Nollywood film. I do the reviews sometimes, and I just do random conversations about Nollywood some other times. So, welcome. Please join this family. If you're a Nollywood fan, definitely you should be on this channel every time. And if you're just looking for one or two things in Nollywood that you'd like to explore, please go through my videos. You're going to find one or two that you would enjoy. So today we're talking about It Blooms in June, directed by Korede Azeez. And I'm just going to say that this is probably one of my favorite films from the first quarter of this year, right? And I'm going to delve into why I think it's my favorite film or one of my favorite films and, what it did for me, what I liked, what I didn't like. So let's talk about the cast first. It was a very limited cast because it's a very, I don't want to say budgeted film, but I think it is just a budgeted film, really, because we had like basically just two different sets, like three different sets actually. There was the garden, like a park, there were two houses, so that's basically it. So we had Susan Pwajok, she plays Mira Akonde. We had Femi Jacobs, he plays Larry Akonde, that's Mira's father. We had Kiki Omeili, she plays Joanna Adiri. And then we have Kem Ajieh-Ikechukwu, he plays Ebisinde Diri. That's the son of Joanna Diri. So to the synopsis, after a tragic loss, a father's protective bubble is challenged when his daughter seeks life's temptations. So basically, it's a story of a single father who lost his wife to, I think, cancer, and now has become overly protective of his daughter. She's grown now, she's going to the university, and she's meeting new friends. And this poses as a challenge to her father, right? So this would then lead her to making a lot of drastic decisions and just, being a teenager basically. Right. So let's talk about what I thought about the film, what I didn't like, what I liked, and all of that. So Femi Jacobs, that's Larry Akonde. He's a very protective dad. He loves his daughter so much. You can see it in them that they have a really good bond. Looks like they are best of friends, really. He literally even works for mom most of the time, so he can spend all his time with his daughter. They have a lot of bonding moments in this film. They play chess together, they cook together, they basically do everything together, right? So, and then as time goes on, we see that a new family moves into their neighborhood, or literally just beside their house. That is Joanna Diri and her son Ebisinde Diri. Joanna is also a single mom. And she has her son by her side, and her son also have a really good relationship. They literally talk about every and anything. And then these two families, brought together by circumstances, will now become acquainted. Ebisinde would fall in love with Mira. Larry will fall in love with Joanna. So basically, that's all that the story is about. But it's a really nice story. I really like it. And let's go into the things I liked about the film. So first off, I'm going to say I really like this story. It was very interesting to watch. Every part of it felt like warm hugs. It had this very feel good vibe to it. It's the kind of movie that you play on when you're at home with your family and you guys want to enjoy, a day break and just, probably have a good laugh. Or, I mean, it's not funny, but, you just enjoy and you have your own moments and you have like, oh, they're so cute. And you have the hair. That's what you should have done, this kind of moment, right? So I like that about it. I like that. I like the casting as well. I think they were kind of fit for their roles. The only person I probably think they could maybe use somebody else would have been Ebisinde. Not because he was a bad actor, but I could see like there are other people that I could have seen that would have played, that would have delivered that role way better than he did, right? But it wasn't bad at all. I think the casting was nicely done. I really liked Femi Jacobs in this film. I liked the portrayal of fatherhood that he had. Like how he interpreted his role. I liked when he was stern and being overly protective as well. I liked that it was a limited location kind of film where we had just the Ibisinde and his mother's house. We had the Akonde house, and then the park that Ibisinde and Mira used to frequent, right? So I just like that it wasn't too much. They didn't need to do too much, but the kind of story they were telling, it was the right amount of everything. Should I put it that way? It had a very good flow as well. The progression of the film was very definite, it was direct, straight to the point, and it also had a good resolution. It's a typical kind of romance family drama kind of film. Not too much was needed. There wasn't one overboard storyline. It was just a simple story. It's the kind of story that Biodun Steven would tell, right? So, and if you know me, you know that I really like Biodun Steven and her simple stories. What else did I like about this? I like the overall feel and vibe of the film, right? I also like the conversations. Yeah, let me put that out there. I like the dialogue in this film. It did not feel forced. It flowed, and I also like the fact that there was chemistry between the actors in this film. You can see the bond between Femi Jacobs and Susan Pwajok. It felt very original and real. Like they had a really good relationship. You could feel the chemistry. Even Ibisinde and his mom, when they are gisting, when they are talking, you can just feel the vibe and the energy around them. I liked the acting as well. It wasn't overbroad. It wasn't too much. I think it's very important to be able to interpret simple roles and not overly act, right? And I think that's the beauty of acting, to be honest, when you can just take a simple role and make it look as natural as possible, because this is literally somebody living like their everyday lives, right? So yeah, just make it as natural as possible. So yeah, I liked their acting. Well, like I said, apart from ABC Day, who I think could have delivered more. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it about all the things I liked about It Blooms in June. So the things I did not like about It Blooms in June, the first thing I would say is the cinematography of this film and the color grading. I think the color grading was really bad. Like really, really bad. It looked worse on Ibisinde's face, right? I also feel like the cinematography wasn't great. They didn't have like nice shots or whatnot. I mean, this film was shot in Abuja, and I want to believe that Abuja is a really fine ass place. I've never been there, but I mean, I've seen really nice locations in Abuja, and I just felt like they could have given us. They gave us, I think, they gave us few drone shots, but they weren't like great. They weren't anything, to be honest. And yeah, the general cinematography of this film wasn't nice. I did not like it. Another thing I would say is that it felt very American. As much as I've said that I really liked the story and I enjoyed watching this, it also felt very foreign. There were some things that happened in this film that I've seen so many times in foreign films. For instance, I'm going to give an example of, there was a particular scene where Joanna, that's Ibisinde's mom, went to meet Larry to come and help her fix her zinc. This is a storyline that we see plenty times in Hollywood, right? So I mean, they all, come into this person's house, bring your tools, go under the sink, fix it, and then, your love story starts from there, yada yada, all of that stuff. Also, even, when you move into a new neighborhood and bringing them gifts like cookies or whatnot, it's not very Nigerian, to be honest. So yeah, that there were a number of other things like that, like Susan Pwajok's character, that's Mira, wearing a dress and wearing sneakers and a jacket and carrying backpack everywhere. That was also very foreign. It was giving the vibe of what's the name of this girl in this film, Tall Girl. There are so many films like that, like where you have this nerdy girl who doesn't have friends, and then this boy that she falls in love with comes to take her out, like damsel in distress kind of vibe, right? And she's not very stylish, so she just wears sneakers and carries her backpack everywhere. That was how Susan was acting, or that was the interpretation of the role that she was playing, and that also felt very foreign. Or maybe because I'm just a broke babe, I've never experienced such in my life. But yeah, these are the kind of stories we see in Hollywood. It's not very particular to the Nigerian film industry or Nigerians in general. So yeah, apart from the fact that it was Americanized and the cinematography wasn't great, what else did I not like? I already mentioned Epicinde. I didn't really feel his character as much. So yeah, I would say I did not like that as well. Also, makeup in this film wasn't great. I think the visuals of this film just wasn't great, to be honest. Like what they were presenting in form of visuals, like makeup and effects. I think it was the first scene where we go introduced to Mira's mother on a sick bed, and that makeup, nah, it just wasn't doing it for me. I've seen this movie for like I saw this movie like 2 3 weeks ago, god knows how long, but I can still remember all of these things because I just noted them in my head. I didn't even script it. I'm not scripting what I'm recording right now. But anyways, like I was saying, the makeup in this film wasn't also great. um I would have also loved to see a bit of depth into Mira's life. I mean, she went to secondary school, which means that she had some friends. Apart from one conversation over text where her friends were texting her to come for a party and whatnot, and her dad did not allow her, there were no signs that this girl actually, left their house ever before in her life, right? What else? What else? Just a bit of depth would have also helped in the film in general. But yeah, pretty much it was a nice film. I like the progression, I like the story, I like the delivery of it, and I definitely do recommend this film. I think if you're the kind of person that likes rom Oh, another thing I did not like would be that they did not develop the romance in this film for any of them. There was romance between Joanna and Lanre. It wasn't really developed. There was also romance between Ebisinde and Mira, and it wasn't really developed as well, right? So it was like they did not want to go deep into the romance genre of this film. It was supposed to be like surface level, but I mean that's pretty much what it's supposed to be. So why not just give us a bit of romance, like shots that we can have, like really shots that can live on in the memory of the viewers, right? So I think it lacked in that aspect as well, but in general it was a nice film. I definitely do recommend that you see it, especially if you like romantic comedy or romantic drama, or just family drama, and also limited cast films. There are people that they enjoy limited cast films, right? So that's pretty much it. I liked this film. I'm not even going to lie, I liked it, and I definitely and I'm probably going to watch it again. So if you've not seen it, It Blooms in June, I think you check it out. It's streaming on Prime. And if you have seen it, let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section. What do you think of It Blooms in June? Would you recommend? Just basically your thoughts about it. Did you like the casting? Did you like the story? And all of that, right? So yes guys, I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.